Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I wanted to do a video on what I think should be in a beginner makeup bag. So if you want to go ahead and see what I've got, then let's get started. The first thing that I think should be in any makeup bag is some sort of foundation. Now I have some full coverage foundations here, so I've got my Wet n Wild Photo Focus foundation in the color Rose Ivory, and then I've got my Tarte Amazonian Clay foundation in the color Light Neutral. If you're a beginner though, I wouldn't suggest jumping into the full coverage foundations right away. I would do something light such as like a BB cream, just because they're going to be lighter on the skin. Maybe even like the Smashbox, there's like a Smashbox foundation that comes like in a little dropper. I know that I used to wear that a lot. I know that I used to wear that foundation a lot when I was at home in Hawaii, just because it almost felt very much like my own skin. It didn't feel like I was actually wearing like a heavy foundation. So I would definitely recommend one of those. I think that a sponge is a better way to put your foundation on, but if you are a beginner, you can use a brush or even your fingers. It's just a little bit more practical when you're trying some new things out to go that route first, so that way you know what you like and you can kind of test things out without having to drop a ton of money on new brushes or anything like that. This sponge is a Real Techniques sponge, and it's only $5, so I definitely don't think it breaks the budget, especially if you're a beginner, so I would definitely recommend one of these. If you're going to be going for a heavier foundation, I would definitely recommend some sort of primer. This is just the Baby Skin Instant Pore Eraser. I use this one on my oily skin. It really depends on what skin type you have, if you're dry or if you're oily. Really depends on what type of primer you should get. The next thing that I did put down was some sort of setting powder. I use the Revlon Colorstay translucent powder. Pretty much you just want to use a setting powder to set your foundation, so that way, you know, it doesn't like move out of place or anything like that, and stays on all day. So for longevity, setting powder. So I'm going to be showing you the Naked Urban Decay Basics palette. I did use this a ton when I was first getting into eyeshadows. This is a really nice palette because, again, you do get like a whole bunch of like matte neutral shades that you can just kind of play around with if you are a beginner. The next thing that I did put down was an eyeshadow primer. This is going to be MAC's Painterly Paint Pot. That is the color of it. When I first got this, I was like, what is Painterly Paint Pot? What is that? So yeah, this is the shade. I do think that eyeshadow primers are optional. If you're a beginner and you would like to save some time, I would just go ahead and put some foundation on my eyelids and then set it with the setting powder, and then you wouldn't really even need an eyeshadow primer, which I do sometimes when I'm feeling super lazy. Next, I've got concealer. This is just going to be Tarte's Shape Tape Concealer. I'm in the color Light Sand. I do think that concealer definitely brings together your look, because you can definitely put it on, you know, any blemishes, or I mostly like to do it to hide any like under eye circles that I've got going on that day. So I definitely think that concealer is a staple in a makeup bag. Next, in a makeup bag, I think that you should have eyeliner. I think that if you're a beginner though, I would not recommend liquid eyeliner. It is a bit of a practice to learn how to do liquid eyeliner, just because, you know, it's got the felt tip application and it's wet and it's runny, and it just, there are still some days when I struggle with it, and, you know, I look up too fast and then all of a sudden I have like liquid eyeliner on the top of my eyelid, and that is just the most annoying thing ever. Wet n Wild Max Volume Plus Waterproof Mascara, and I just think that mascara really opens up your eyes and makes them look a little bit bigger. I think that an important part of your face is eyebrows, so I have this Anastasia Brow Powder Duo in the color Soft Brown. I am starting to hit pan on this one brown color here. Pretty much you can just take like a spoolie and fill in your eyebrows, and that definitely will bring together the shape of your face. I think bronzer is important if you are a pale face like me right now, and it's kind of sad that I'm saying that I'm like a pale face, because I used to be super tan and it was super nice, and then you move to a place that doesn't see the sun for like 10 months. I feel like it's not 10. I'm probably exaggerating, but it feels like a really long time. When your state that you live in doesn't see sun, it is definitely turns you pale. So I like to use the Wet n Wild Color Icon bronzer in the color Bikini Contest, and I just do that to the hollows of my cheeks, my temples, and then underneath my jawline to just kind of make my face look a little bit tanner than it is. If you're a beginner, you can go ahead and pick up one of these kits from the drugstore or from your Ulta or Sephora, but it's pretty much a trio that comes with a bronzer, a blush, and a highlight. I would recommend one of these. It just seems more practical to me because you do get 3 in 1, and that way you can kind of try it out, and if you decide you don't like it, you can definitely pick up, you know, individuals that you did like later on in the future. And the last thing that I think that is important in any makeup bag is going to be a neutral lipstick. So I went ahead and I picked these two from Wet n Wild. This one is a like nude skin color one, and this one is called Nudie Patootie. And then I picked a pink one for a little bit more color, and this one is called Pink Really Hard. I think that these are definitely staples in a makeup bag just because neutrals can go with absolutely anything. Alright, that is going to be it for today's video. If you liked it, you can go ahead and feel free to give it a big thumbs up. Otherwise, if you think that I missed anything that should be in a makeup bag, feel free to go ahead and comment it down below in the comment box. As always, you can feel free to subscribe if you liked what I put out for you today. Otherwise, I will see you next week for my next video. Bye!